started. Today we're doing red snapper. So I'm gonna make this really quick because I have the house to myself. Rarely do I have the house to myself, okay? Now, I'm gonna wash this fish off. I've never actually cooked fresh redfish or fresh fish at all, for that matter. And I went to the market today, got some red snapper, whole fish. Feels kind of slimy, but that's okay. Eyeballs and everything. What I'd like to do is give you an up-close version of my little island here. That's the red snapper, bless his soul. And these are my ingredients: lemons, egg whites, I'll show you in just a minute, little onions, little kosher salt, and some herbs. And what we're gonna do here is get started. So much for the house to myself. But what we're going to do is get started real fast. I'll give you the little brief part of it. I need 6 egg whites. So what I'm doing here, and I'll only have you sit through 1 egg white. I'm going to do 6 of those. And that's going to be part of our little base for the salt encrusted red snapper here, okay? We do not want that yolk, just the whites. If it wants to come out of there, we need all of it. All right, there we go. So after that, or before that, we're gonna spread some onions inside of our red snapper here. I'm gonna open this baby up. It's already been cleaned out. Spread a little bit of onion, some little herbs over here. I have no idea how that's gonna taste, but it can't be bad, right? We're gonna put all of that inside of there. What else do we have to put in there? Oh, a couple of lemon wedges here. Ouch, something stuck me. I'm gonna put all of this inside here. Let it marinate. Let that red snapper close up there. I wish I could get my camera closer, but I cannot. We're gonna put it right here. Again, on display, stuffed, belly stuffed, okay? We have our red snapper stuffed with onions, lemons, some thyme, however you say that, and some sage, okay? We're gonna take our egg whites, 6 egg whites, and whip them as long as it takes until they form a peak, okay? But I won't bore you with that part. Okay, maybe just a few minutes of that part. Now already my eggs are starting to get kind of foamy, but I needed to get very, very foamy. I'm not even sure if you can see that. Oh, it is kind of forming up there, kind of like white peaks, because I'm going to take this and add some salt to it, some kosher salt, and spread it all over that flounder right there. I guess it wasn't that long of a process, I see. Now the next step is to add my salt. And this is supposed to form a kind of a cast on the red snapper, alright? Okay. If you're watching my video, you probably don't have too much going on right now anyway, so you can stand to be there for a moment. Is this what I bought? Did somebody use my kosher salt? I don't know. I think someone did. One thing we forgot to do inside of this little red snapper right here is to add some seasoning. And we're also going to add some seasoning inside of our little whipped egg whites here. Now again, I've never done this again, but it does not appear to be that hard. Alright? People act like cooking is such a big deal. And I agree, you should know what you're doing to a degree, but it's not that hard. I found this recipe inside of a fishing magazine about a week ago, and I'm applying it right now, alright? Now, I'm not sure the consistency that these are supposed to be, but right now it looks pretty whipped up to me. So, now, let's add our salt in here and see if it gets a little thicker. Another close-up over here, okay? Now this pan right here, egg whites that I whipped up into soft peaks. See that? That was 6 egg whites. Now what I'm going to do here is add in my salt. And I wanted you to have a close-up, okay? Because from way back there, you really can't see everything. Now the recipe calls for 3 cups of kosher salt. And this is 1 pound, which is 2 cups. So what I'm going to do is just start dumping this salt in there. Now, of course, nobody eats this much salt, but it's supposed to make like a plaster almost. And let's blend this in there. It says to fold it in, but I think we can blend it in. We may let this get hard for a few minutes. We're onto something here. Instead of using the blender, which is going to whip it up too fast and too fine, I'm doing what they call folding, which is basically by hand. And in the absence of a spatula, I'm using a big spoon with sift holes in there. So I'll do this for a little bit, and I'll be right back with you. The recipe calls for 2 crushed bay leaves, and I'll stir those up, get those good and mixed in there. Up close look at the red snapper inside. We have our lemon, our white onion, sage leaves, and some other kind of leaves I threw in there. And that's going to give it a nice seasoning inside. All right. And that is the red snapper salt encrusted fish. So back on the podium you go so you can see it from afar. Okay everybody, I'm back here. We put our bay leaves in there. I only used 2 cups of kosher salt, and it seems to be whipped enough that I can use it to make our cast here. So what else goes in there? I think that's about it. All right, maybe I'll put a dash of lemon in there just for doing it. All right, mix up that lemon. Okay, we're gonna unplug our blender just so we don't get all caught up in there. And you know what? Maybe I'll put a little sage. That stuff is strong, man. Whew. Put a little sage inside the mix right here. I had no idea it was that strong. We're gonna straighten up our little red snapper here. And I think I'm going to use some more parchment paper. Right here is an up close and personal view. That red snapper, all you see is the tail. It's going to be a thick cast over here, and we're going to place it in the oven. Let's set our timer back to 30 minutes because it's about salt encrusted red snapper is now ready. So let me get a cooling rack here. Should have had that ready, but that's okay. Let some of that heat get out of there so I don't get a heat wave in my face. And what we have here appears to be a loaf of bread, but it's actually salt encrusted red snapper. Get that annoying oven timer out of our way. And we need 10 minutes. Actually, let's use this one because it works better. Okay. Now, the recipe said to let that salt encrusted salmon, I keep saying salmon, red snapper sit for like 10 minutes. And we will take a fork after 10 minutes time has expired and slowly peel it off, okay? It's getting warm in here. Fan myself a little bit here. In the meantime, everybody kick back, relax, and I will do what I do until you see me. Salmon, here we go again. Red snapper, Maybe I want salmon secretly and don't know it, or subconsciously and don't know it. But this is the result of the 6 egg whites blended together with the kosher salt and all of those seasonings you saw. This is that red snapper that you saw that was pink and red. Now it looks like a big loaf of bread in the shape of a fish. So anybody can do it. So anyone who says they don't know how to cook, I don't buy that. Up to you, Arthur. Or down, turn it down very, very low.
I thought you just said you were done with it.
I'm down 2 minutes. Okay, everyone, we're about to break this little cast open of the salt encrusted red snapper. Now, you can't see it that well from where you are, but I'm breaking it open real slow. I hope it's cooked inside, because if it's not, it's going right back in that oven. And I think we might need a little bit more oven time for this fish right here. No, I take that back. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, it looks juicy. Now what I'm going to do is slide that camera. I'm going to take it off the stand over there. Let's see it. We're going to blow this fish. It's very, very steamy. Let's see exactly how it tastes. I've never had red snapper before. Hopefully there's no bones in there. Really good. I'm not making this up. Job well done. Now, break this little cast open of the salt encrusted red snapper. Now, you can't see it that well from where you are, but I'm breaking it open real slow. I hope it's cooked inside, because if it's not, it's going right back in that oven. And I think we might need a little bit more oven time for this fish right here. No, I take that back. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, it looks juicy. Now what I'm going to do is slide that camera. I'm going to take it off the stand over there. Let's see it. We're going to blow this fish. It's very, very steamy. Let's see exactly how it tastes. I've never had red snapper before. Hopefully there's no bones in there. Really good. I'm not making this up. Job well done. Okay, now here we go with the salt encrusted red snapper. As you can see, that is very moist inside. See that, very moist. And I'm just gonna peel back the salt. It looks like bread. I mean, it looks just like bread. Of course, we know that it's not bread. And I really want to take a crack and take a look on the inside. Where we had our vegetables at. Can we get inside there? Let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. That's not even visible. This is falling off the bone. It's gonna be so good. Let me see if I can get inside here. Let's peel this red snapper off of there. It doesn't want to let me inside, but look at that. It's so succulent. It's falling off the bone. I think I'm coming at it from the wrong angle here. So let's try it again. Looking inside here. There's the inside. You can see it a little bit. The little ingredients that we put in there, the lemon, the onions. Oh man, this is gonna be so delicious. Well, there you have it, everyone. Salt encrusted red snapper. Try it at home. Red snapper, as you can see, that is very moist inside. See that, very moist. And I'm just gonna peel back